What's up, guys? It's Winter Collinns and Galaxy. Hi. Welcome back to the Extreme Docs. What does a furry wedding actually look like? Or more, well known as Extreme Love. We're gonna go back in and take a look at another couple that is enjoying their journey of love together, and hopefully you enjoy being with us and coming along with this journey. Right, Galaxy? Right, Winter? This is the most cringiest thing I've ever done. Be right back. Oh, boy. Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and get right back into it and meet another couple.
While Tim and Leah are figuring out how and what to tell their families, in Orlando, Florida, Joseph and Ariel are gearing up for their engagement photo shoot.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is later, or maybe that's just a talking about what this person's doing. I don't know. I'll let it play. It's okay. Chill. Okay, I fixed the sound. Sorry, I did not mean to totally bust your ears out.
But living this mermaid fantasy lifestyle costs them an arm and a tail.
A lot of people think that mermaiding is just something you can jump into. You buy yourself a tail, boom, it's there. But these are really, really expensive. My glitter belts, kind of like a belly dancing belt. This was my first ever silicone tail. These are my fin bracers. They don't really help me swim, but a lot of people ask that. And then I have my necklaces. A hippocampus is half horse, half fish.
Let's see, 1,200.
Yeah, this one was 1,200. This one was 1,200. This one was 2,400. This alone was 150.
This dolphin tail cost around, what was it?
4,500.
There might actually be close to around 20,000 here.
Probably.
Okay, so that dolphin tail is the tail alone is the amount a full fursuit digigrade is, because that's a little bit of a, I don't know, surprise. I do have Winter in another queue, but I also just recently talked with another fursuit maker, and I'm gonna make have another commission done of Winter, and they are going to be making a little more toonish style, I think, of a version of Winter. So that's the cost of the fursuit I'm getting, and that's with complexity, on top of, a little bit longer fur, because he's obviously fluffy werewolf guy. And just the tail alone, that realistic dolphin tail, is the amount my whole fursuit from head to toe, with feet, paws, hand, paws, complexity, that whole bodysuit, that is as much as that tail alone. Damn, that's a lot. Maybe it's just because it's like supposed to be realistic, and more realistic stuff, obviously it turns a little bit more expensive, I think, to be honest. But they love doing this thing. They love being mermaids and getting cool mersonas and being this mersona. Go ahead, do it. I'm all for it.
We're out swimming in the springs, and people swim up to us and they're like, hey, nice costume. How much did it cost? And we're like, a lot.
With an enchanted wedding under the sea to pay for, it's a good thing mermaid Celeste has turned her passion into a paying profession.
The decision to become a professional mermaid came about strictly because I enjoyed mermaiding so much. One day, a photographer approached me and suggested that I try modeling underwater. I was like, wow, I really could do this. My friends and family are very, very proud of the fact that I've actually made a profession out of something that used to be a hobby.
But for Joseph...
That's awesome. I mean, literally, I did the same thing. I got pushed to go to college by my parents, and you go to college, you make more money doing things that you may love. That's why you go to college. You go to college to learn how to do something professionally and just get a piece of paper that says, hey, I know everything about this thing. I'm teaching game design, and that's so fun to me because I love video games. I love acting. I get to talk about voice acting and making assets and doing coding, even though I suck at coding. I love the idea that you could change this little piece of like mathematical code or this equals this and make it into, a mermaid swimming past you or attacking you, or a beautiful singer mermaid person, just like whatever, in a video game. I can make these people in a video game because video games have begun to go so far off of what we used to have as kids. If you think about like the first Doom, see what Doom looks like now. That's crazy. It is so more advanced than it used to be, and I think that's so cool. That I get to do something that I really love and teach people how to do it and how to go about getting towards their passion and learn more about game design and enjoying making video games, get them passionate about doing something that they love for something like money. Obviously, you need money to survive in today's world, and seeing that she's able to make this a profession, that is awesome. All for it. Just like furries, they can make a profession in making fursuits, in being a DJ, in online entertainment. You could do a whole bunch of different things as a furry, and it doesn't even have to be a furry related job. It could just be something that has to do with furry, like acting or music creation. You can create any kind of music and also be a furry too. You could be a doctor and be a furry. Obviously, you have to be a professional doctor and things like that, and scientists and rocket builders and things like that. You can't wear your fursuit while you're working, but it doesn't stop you from being a furry. It doesn't stop you from doing any of these other hobbies and making money along with it. You could even end up doing something that has to do with your hobby, like being a mer person or enjoying being a fursuiter, because you could be a content creator, you could be a singer-songwriter, you can be, a coder. You could sit there and teach people how to code online through YouTube, being in a fursuit head. You can, talk about what the quadratic, whatever, I don't know math, so the formulas for like chemistry, you can sit there and talk about chemistry on YouTube or whatever you want to do, and just make your life better by doing it. So I think that's a very, very cool thing that you can do. So hopefully whatever she does, she keeps doing it and she just gets to enjoy her life like that. That is the best thing to hear, is someone gets to do something and make money on it that they love.
AKA Sagittarius, being a straight merman comes with a social stigma.
It is very much assumed that the males in the community are gay.
I didn't tell a lot of my friends at the time just because I wasn't really certain what a lot of people would think, and kind of even kept it kind of hidden from my family. My family does know that I will occasionally appear in Tale as a merman. For the most part, they're okay with it. They just kind of know that I was embarrassed to tell them for a long time and don't want to dwell on it.
While they are a majority homosexual males, there are straight males as well, and they're usually looked over just because mermaiding is not really seen as a masculine art form. So when we finally got engaged, it made huge news.
Yes, whenever we got made, I guess it literally made waves. Yeah.
Good one, Joseph. But you can hang up your tail if Ariel's big photo shoot takes a dive.
I am so excited to do this. I'm hoping that we can have some nice clear water where we can have the fish in the background, really showing how beautiful the springs are, and then showing how beautiful Joseph's and my relationship is, with some very beautiful mermaid shots.
That is awesome. I'm so happy for them. I think underwater photography is amazing. I've seen some amazing pictures. That's one of my big hobbies too, along with being a furry and teaching art and game design. I love photography. I've done photography since I was a child. I love getting really close up on things. So when I see like pictures that look like they could be on, the chosen backgrounds of Google, then I just like geek out on it. I'm like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. The colors are so vibrant, it's so clear, the sharpness and the exposure is amazing. I tend to go towards darker exposure for things like, sun shots or water shots, because if you lower the exposure a little bit, you could see almost straight through it like glass. And I love doing things like that, especially because, water reflects a lot of light back at you from the sun or from the sky, even if it's cloudy. You could see through the water if you lower the exposure a little bit, and you can also get this glassy looking reflection of trees and things like that if you change how you set up your exposure and your shutter speed. So I just think it's really cool. I could talk about photography forever. I'm gonna get back into what we're here for, which is, these guys. So excuse my tangent on photography.
The time has arrived for the photo shoot. And the two are hooking up with other merfolk at the Florida Springs.
So we got the spring to ourselves.
Did you guys see any of the fish swimming by or anything?
Yeah, there's striped sea bass, there's some mullets, there's some blue crab out there. Ah, this is so exciting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, let's get in the water.
You guys want to jump in?
But being a merfolk isn't all a fairy tale.
This is the unflattering part of putting a tail on. Turning into your persona, so to speak.
Without magical powers, Joseph struggles with his first duty as an engaged man.
Fur Wrangler! Yes, Fur Wrangler! You got it!
Get in there! Get in there!
Get in there!
Oh my god, that reminds me of like trying to get into fursuit and stuff. Like, if you know how fursuit heads are, this is a resin head, so the whole back is open. You have just the fur there hiding the inside. Then on the inside part, apologies for the tint, it's old white fur. I'm hopefully going to be able to clean it up. I did get one of those little green machines, and I'm going to work really hard to get this cleaner. If I can't, I'll be replacing the fur and probably just do it myself. I think I possibly can. That's one of the things that I want to do, is try to like figure out how to make my own fursuits one day. But as you can see on the inside here, it's basically just a resin-based head. This black part, that's just resin here. You can see kind of like a hinge there. That's what opens the mouth. And this alone is very heavy. If you see, it's like here, if I put this on my head and didn't put it on correctly, there it goes. It's so heavy because it's front heavy from that resin base. You can see on the inside the customization of the tongue and the teeth, all of these things that are put into the fursuit heads. It makes them heavy, harder to put on. I think that if you're looking for a lighter alternative, foam would be better. Like expanding foam is one of the new things that I've been noticing a lot of people using. Or just cutting up some foam pieces and putting them together to make a head. That would probably be a little bit easier for you if you want a lighter fursuit head alternative. You can even wear like, the COVID-looking masks that have your persona face put on it, and put on some fluffy ears. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do persona stuff, but putting on a fursuit is sometimes very annoying and difficult. You have to tug it on. If it's not comfortable, you have to move it around in different spots. I have those black furry arms from Paw Star that I bought a few years ago, and they are still perfectly able to be used. They're still nice and pretty and newish because I only used them really for 1 year of fursuiting at MFF, and these guys alone, it's difficult. I can relate to those mer people when they're like, oh, it's so hard to get this on, because when I put on Galaxy, sometimes it's very hard to get the angle exactly correct. And as you can see here, there is kind of like a strap here, and it's an elastic strap that I have to put on the back of my head. I used to have long hair, so I had a ponytail, and the ponytail would hold this up so it wouldn't dangle like that. It would be straight up. Well, having short hair now, I have to use the balaclava wherever it went. The balaclava, I have to like kind of wrap it into a little bun and wrap this band around it too, and that is what holds up Galaxy's head on my face without it going like that. So if you're planning on, I shouldn't put it there, if you're planning on getting a fursuit, I'd suggest, if you want a realistic looking fursuit, resin base is awesome. Just know it is heavy and your head and neck will start to hurt. Do exercises, stretches for your neck and your chin. Make sure that you do these to pull up on this skin, strengthen your jaw, stretch out your muscles, and hopefully you won't have the same problems that I have when wearing Galaxy, having headaches and migraines and things like that. If you ever get a migraine, just take a break. Anyway, back off my spiel of that. We're back in Chicago with the furries that I was just mentioning almost. And then we'll see what they have to say.
Back in Chicago, Missy and Joey are planning a furry wedding.
We're getting married here in Chicago.
What kind of shot was that in the shower? Why would they do
Joey are planning a furry...
Why? Okay. Interesting shot. And don't bother. We know that's Listerine. Come on.
We're getting married here in Chicago at Shed Aquarium, and I'm really excited. We're getting married there!
Yes, yeah, we are.
Aren't you excited?
I'm excited.
I need you to get excited.
I don't know if I'm that excited, but I'm pretty excited.
That's rude.
Missy is getting stressed about planning the wedding. It's caused tension.
I literally have my wedding binder, and it's so organized with every single detail, and I've been planning my wedding since I was 8.
Missy is finally getting the wedding of her dreams, and she plans to wear her furry paws in memory of her grandfather.
Before he died, I was a low-key furry. I'd gotten some money for, like, my grandpa left me, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna go big or go home. I'd spent about $1,050 on my first suit, and I thought how appropriate to have it themed after my grandfather.
While the wedding guests won't know about Missy's hidden fur feet until the big day, she needs to tell her mom about her plan.
Hi.
Because she and Missy's dad are paying for the wedding.
I need to get your opinion on something before I make a final decision.
Okay.
I was thinking it'd be an amazing idea if I wore my feet with my dress. What do you think?
No.
Why? What's wrong? Isn't it perfect?
No.
No?
The shoes you would wear under your dress, the elegance of the affair, the beauty of the occasion, it's a once-in-a-lifetime situation.
I mean, it'll be elegantly fluffy.
No, that's my opinion.
Can you send my mom those pictures from when I tried on my dress the other day? Those pictures from when I tried.
Look at this chick's face. Damn. She is not fucking happy at all. Whoa. I mean, it's hard to do something weird-esque out of the social norm and not be looked at like this lady's looking at this corner as if she didn't know that this call was coming. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when it comes to people getting support for being furries, you kind of get most of your support from the people that are in the furry fandom or understand the art and logic behind being a furry, the mental help that it gives people to just not be yourself for a little while and enjoy being a different character, just pretend and have fun. I agree that, the wedding is a once in a lifetime kind of thing, and, it's just, it's not the mother's wedding. It's not. If you want to do a certain thing with your wedding, it's your wedding. You do what you want, not what everyone else tells you to. I mean, she did say in her opinion, she wouldn't. So, in her opinion, she does not like the idea. Everyone is able to have an opinion. So, great, but it's not your mother's wedding. It is yours. Do what you want.
Okay. Did you get it?
Yeah. Oh, it's cute. I don't like the fur paws, no.
But you don't like that for the wedding? Isn't that a good idea?
Absolutely not. Beautiful dress, all that these furry black. No. Your father would not approve either. He'll say, tear the check up. It's over. You pay for it. I gotta give them the last check for this.
Did she just say she was not gonna fund the daughter's wedding, her daughter's wedding, because she wants to do something that's out of the ordinary? She really was like, I'm not paying for the wedding if you don't do what I say. How fucking controlling is that? Like, it's not your fucking wedding, lady. Chill.
I can also turn around and say, you know what? You want the balance of this? Ask her and walk out the door.
Well, I
don't care what you do after the ceremony, but for the wedding itself and the reception, I would prefer that you wear your shoes. I don't have to pay for the reception.
Oh, that's rude. No!
There's a McDonald's up the street. I'll accommodate you and be a whole lot cheaper, too.
I guess it's end of discussion.
Yo, I just got chills. This bitch. That is such a fucking rude ass thing to say. Just over some fucking shoes. Like, 95% of the fucking feet are gonna be covered. You're not gonna fucking see them. The dress goes down to the floor. Like, shut the fuck up. No one is asking. She asked your opinion, and then you're just like, actually, I'm not gonna pay for this if you do this. You said, in my opinion, I wouldn't. You said you should have ended it there. And then you make a fucking McDonald's comment. It's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Go to Rock and Roll McDonald's and get married? Are you kidding me? I don't even think Rock and Roll McDonald's exists anymore. I think it fucking closed. So it's just gonna be regular McDonald's and like, what? I don't even know where they live. Maybe they live in the ghetto. Who knows? Because I've seen some questionable spaces in Chicago. I live by Chicago. I've been through Chicago. I know the bad sides and the good sides. And it's just... And then you're going to say shit like that. Like, what the hell? I mean... And, again, was it the mer people that said that they were going to do the wedding at the Shed Aquarium? Or did they... I think weren't they the ones that said that they were going to do it at the Shed? Because the Shed Aquarium's... It's literally just some fucking fish. Like, it's fish. You're by animals. So, who cares? And, as far as I remember, I swear there's dark floors on the Shed Aquarium floor. I'm pretty sure there's dark floors on most of the Shed Aquarium. So... What? That's if they're the ones that said that they're having at the Shed Aquarium. Anyway, going off topic, let's continue. Ooh, this bit. Let go. Release your chomps. Fuck. I don't even want to see her face. She's such a bitch. Okay. Anyway, just my opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion too. Chill.
That hurt. I was like, is she serious? My mom is literally threatening to not pay for the reception if I wear my feet under my dress. And that stresses me out so much because she promised to pay for the wedding no matter what. It's like she thinks me being a furry is a phase, and it's kind of part of my life.
With her mom threatening to pull the cash flow, will Missy and Joey have to pull the plug on the biggest day of their lives? Back in Orlando, the merfolk are having their own special gathering. Merman Joseph and his bride-to-be Ariel are about to pose for their engagement photographs, underwater. Joseph is really keen to show the world just how macho it is to be a merman in love. But they didn't count on an uninvited guest.
There's a gator in there.
What? No.
No, there was today. He was over on the side.
While in the movies, creatures of the SeaWorld can get along great, in real life, mermaids and alligators aren't the best match.
The lady told us there's a 13-footer.
There's a 13-footer.
Oh, wow.
People need to understand too, you know, when you go to a spring, it's a sanctuary for
Wildlife,
wildlife. Like this is where they live, and so we're coming into their territory.
Yes,
So,
their home.
regardless of whether we have a tail and we look like we live in water, they don't care.
In your freediving courses, first thing they teach you is you are now part of the food chain. The minute you enter the water, you're in their territory. It is not yours.
As if the possibility of a 13-foot gator lurking in the depths isn't enough, there's another hitch. Getting into tails. While the mermaids slip into their mersonas with a little bit of a wiggle,
She looks fantastic. Mermazing. I look marvelous.
for Joseph, there's a big wrinkle. Even with the help of a mer wrangler, he's having real trouble getting his tail on.
Mer Wrangler! Yes, Mer Wrangler! You got it!
And you thought you had a hard time putting on a rubber.
Get in there. Get in there.
Get in there!
With the clock ticking, will Joseph ever be ready for this underwater photo shoot? Or will Ariel be the only fish in the sea? The life of a mermaid might be magical in the water, but on the web, it can attract some unusual attention.
Hello, mermaid friend. Can I put my face on your belly while you swim? No. This is somebody asking me if I can do a bachelor party. I think that one involves a little bit of nudity and swimming. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, pasties are okay.
What, on you or me?
In Austin, Texas, engaged vampires Countess Leah and Count Tim are planning to walk down the aisle. But can their wedding be as extreme as their lifestyle?
I can definitely understand why people consider our lifestyle a little controversial, but we are who we are, and we're not going to change that just because someone gets uncomfortable.
In preparation for the wedding, Tim came out of the coffin to come clean to his family about the truth of their vampire ways. Their reaction was a surprise.
Most parents would probably cast their kids out. My dad was, actually very supportive of any decision that we made. At first, he fought it, didn't want Tim to be different, wanted to be Christian like we were raised, but it just wasn't who we were as people.
And it was Tony who asked the million-dollar question. Do they actually feed on each other's blood? And is feeding a sexual turn-on?
When I first, heard the term feeding, but it's more of a physical, sexual arousal type of thing, really. Like when you have sex with someone, you get their energy and their spirit, I don't know.
Perhaps Tim can explain it for us.
The way I do the blood feeding is that I'll allow my love here to, just have a straight razor, and she picks a part of my arm to cut.
Mostly, if I'm feeding off of another person, I'm feeding sexually off of that person. You're taking the essence of a person, and that to me is ecstasy. I have to kind of control myself because I get very hungry, actually. And
So, as long as you guys are clean, the blood illnesses are not there, I don't think there's a problem with it. It's just, ooh, I don't like them cutting, and, obviously, again, it's not hurting anyone. I wouldn't say it's the most healthiest thing to do for your body, because blood that leaves your body often is kind of generally dirty. Um, just like, it's blood that courses through your body over and over and over again. That's why a lot of people donate blood, because they want to clean out their blood. So, you donate some blood, your heart pumps some new blood through your body. I think there's kind of like some kind of cycle. I'm not a medic or anything like that. I don't understand stuff like this. I just think there's like a general like cycle of how your blood goes through your body, and you have so much blood in your body that you could probably fill up a lot of buckets before your heart gives out. As long as it's slowly, obviously people can bleed out within a matter of minutes. I just don't know about the cutting thing, just because, emotional and damage can happen over time as people go through things like that. It's like as if you were a teenager again trying to cut your arm because you want to just feel some kind of sensation other than fucking blankness and depression. This is obviously totally different from that. I don't suggest doing it personally. But if you really like doing stuff like that, totally up to you. However you want to live your life. And yeah, I say go in all in on it. Yeah. So hopefully they're being safe about it, and they do all the measures to make sure that they're both healthy before they do this kind of activity, and that everything is sterile when they do it.
and desire it more, so I have to be very careful when I am doing this. We're kind of like sharks. Once there's a little bit, we kind of want all of it.
Feels really good, actually. It feels like she's taking a part of me into herself. To me, it's just as good as sex, honestly.
It's like the best chocolate in the world you can imagine, and someone just gave it to you for free.
It's clearly tasty work, but can these two take their teeth off each other long enough to get married? And what does a wedding look like when you're a modern-day vampire?
My dress might be white.
This is going to be a white wedding, not a fully white wedding. It's going to be unique, It's because we don't want to do the stereotype, dark colors, ooh, gothic wedding. We don't want to be too much of a cliche there.
Super vampy wedding, like standing coffins and. No.
Yeah.
Leah and Tim might just be the jolliest vampires in the world. And theirs will definitely be a wedding to remember. For the whole family.
I don't really believe that people are vampires, but my brother believes in it, and I'm still gonna love them either way. I mean, as long as they're happy with who they are and what they're doing.
While
And the thing is, they seem happy, and I'm glad that they found something that they really enjoy. All right, back to Chicago. I actually have driven past that before. It's so weird seeing Chicago on YouTube here. Obviously, you could look up anywhere in Chicago and see it. But like, I'm looking around at like people like, am I in here? I wonder. I don't know when they were recording this, so who knows.
Leah and Tim have their family's support. Back in Chicago, Missy is battling with her mom, who says she won't pay for the wedding if Missy wears her furry feet under her dress.
Each one of my fursonas, if you will, has their own personality and character to them.
Her first fursona was a tribute to her late grandfather.
And I thought how appropriate to have it themed after my grandfather. She was in memory of him, and it meant so much to me to know that I did that.
So wearing her paws is sentimental for Missy. Fiancé Joey is also on board.
I wouldn't be who I am today without being a furry. It's introduced me to some of the best friends I've ever had in my life. It introduced me to the love of my life.
They both need a break from the stress, so they've invited their best friends round for some moral support. Meet Wheezy and Tiku. Missy needs their advice, but when furries get together, they just can't resist having a little bit of fun. Dancing done, now Missy gathers her.
That is the person that I met. I met this person is one of the people that I met at the Halloween meet in Chicago. They come. I usually see them every year. Actually, this last year I didn't go because I was sick, or I think I had to work. And I couldn't make it out to Chicago this year for Halloween, or last year for Halloween. And yeah, I've known these people since literally when I started being a furry. That's so cool. I didn't know that they were on here. Huh. That's awesome. But yeah, literally 90% of being a furry is put on your fursuit or, do videos, content, pictures, listen to music, usually dubstep, or whatever music that you like. Then have a pizza party. That's literally how life works for furries. Play video games together, enjoy each other's company, do art together. It's literally that's what for being a furry is. It's just enjoying living. So I don't know. It's a great hobby to get into, and a great thing to love doing in your life. So yeah, let's see what they're up to now.
Friends for some backup.
I went dress shopping yesterday and I found a dress. And I think I'm gonna try to wear my foot paws during the wedding. I wanted to know what y'all thought.
Oh my god. Is the dress gonna hide the suit feet, or are they gonna be everyone's gonna be able to see your fursuit feet?
I'd rather they just hide them, because I think I'd like it to be a really, really big surprise for everybody, because I don't think they'd be expecting that. I think they're expecting me to wear high heels or something.
Your mom's not super into it, though.
Right, but kind of still wanted to pay for it, so we might have to negotiate a little.
If you got married, do you think you would put a furry thing in, or would you want to keep it kind of traditional, or
I mean, I guess it depends if I married another furry. I mean, if that was to happen, in your situation, I would probably do maybe 2 separate ceremonies, one completely for furries and one completely for family.
I don't think that's something I would like to do.
Seems Missy isn't getting the response she was hoping for. And even though Mom is threatening to pull out of paying for the wedding, Joey is determined his bride-to-be will get her way.
So, I think, not being biased here because I know that person, but I think that if you had just a family thing, that wouldn't be that bad. I wouldn't want the initial wedding to be something that I don't want for my wedding. I would want everything that I wanted for the wedding. So I'd do an initial wedding with furry and family because I don't fucking care what people think. And then next to that, I'd have just my friends and my really close furry people and people that are in the community that I'm in with me in a separate, not a ceremony, but a separate let's say a reception, a different reception for just hanging out, partying with my family, my fur family anyway, and all the friends that I've made over the years. I'd party with them separately and enjoy doing things like doing the art and doing videos and pictures and things like that together without my family judging the fuck out of me. Because, yeah, obviously, not everyone's going to believe the same way that you do. And I think based on what she wants, she really wants something that will commemorate her grandfather. And it's her wedding. It is up to her what she decides to do. It is not this older chick's wedding, his mom's wedding. It's not her wedding. She should be allowed to do what she wants for her wedding. So that's just my opinion, that having a separate reception for a bunch of friends and doing your own thing for the furries would be cool, and then doing a family and furry wedding and reception, basically just to have both of the things that you want in there, and then a separate reception without furry feet and a reception with just furries. Obviously, it depends on how much money you have, but not every reception has to be perfect. You can make a potluck reception and have a party at your house or out in, I don't know when this was recorded. It looks like it's kind of summer because people are wearing like t-shirts outside. I'd have a party at one of the Chicago beaches or at Millennium Park, something like that. And, you know, you can enjoy doing more than just one short day of celebration and then a small reception. You can do more to enjoy the journey of having not an engagement party, but a wedding party and celebration of getting together with the person that you love. So that's just my own opinion and what I would do.
Will Missy fight for her perfect wedding or give up her dream to please her mom?
Having her fursuit feet would help her feel like the community's there with her while she's doing something kind of scary.
In Chicago.
Also, another thing, she mentioned that they are going to be under the dress. Like it's under the dress. No one's gonna notice unless she like sits all the way down and it just, you know, comes out. The only time she'd probably be sitting down is at the reception. And most of the time people take off shoes at a reception no matter what you're wearing anyway, because you're tired of wearing shoes all night. So I don't see the problem with that. The mom's just being a controlling bitch is what it sounds like. Especially because she has the money for it. Stupid. Money is literally the root of all evil, and yet everyone loves it. What's the point then? It's crazy.
Go. Missy's wedding dream to walk down the aisle in her big furry feet is on hold since her mom threatened to stop paying for the ceremony.
But you don't like that for the wedding? Isn't that a good idea?
Absolutely not.
And even her furry friends don't support her vision.
No, I don't think that's something I would like to do.
She now has to decide whether to stick.
He said he doesn't think that it would be something he would do. That's just him. I'm not sure why the people that are making this video said that she's not getting support. I think that they were just trying to be neutral and give her the option of just thinking about it in two different ways. So, I don't know. Personally, I think the idea of having a separate free reception just for fun, have a barbecue or some kind of party celebrating you getting together with your husband, or your significant other, with the furries and with family, and then having a main reception with everyone that you love there would be better. So I don't see the problem with it, and including the problem with the furry feet being under the dress. No one's gonna fucking see them. The only time I have ever seen a bride's shoes is if she sits down and during the garter removal. That's the only time I've ever seen a bride's shoes. Ever. So what the fuck's the problem? The dress is, if I remember correctly, the dress is long enough for it to hide it, so I don't get it. I think the mom's just trying to be controlling with the way that she's handling things.
With her vision or cave in to make her mom happy.
My mom and I have talked about this special day. I remember trying on her wedding dress when I could barely fit it. I was at least 5. And I'd walk around the house and pretend that I was getting married, and I'd even wear her veil. When we started planning this wedding, she asked if I wanted something old and borrowed, and we decided on having her veil be a part of mine. And I feel like because I was such a little girl at 5 trying on her wedding dress, and now I actually get to wear a part of it, that's really, really special to me.
It's an emotional time for any bride. So Joey steps up and helps with the wedding planning.
We have a photographer, we have a DJ. This is the first time I've really made a to-do list before, at least for the wedding, so there's a lot to do. I think getting married in a suit for Missy would be important to her because I think it's also an indication of how far she's come. Having her fursuit feed would help her feel like the community's there with her while she's doing something kind of scary. I imagine getting married is scary. I don't know, I've never done it before.
Joey helps Missy come to a decision about what to wear at the wedding.
If you want to wear your fursuit feed at the wedding, I mean, it's part of us. It's, you know, how we met. It's where I proposed. Being furry's kind of been a part of us since the beginning. So, I think it's fitting that you would want to put a part of that into the wedding. Are you just worried about how your mom would react?
Yeah, I feel like I just don't want her to get super upset because it's a really important day for both of us. My aunt's gonna be there, your family's gonna be there, and basically she don't look like a circus. So I was insisting on wearing them because it's they're super comfortable and it's super unique and it's part of us. But my mom said, I understand it's a part of you, but it's a super nice affair and maybe we could make a compromise and you wear them for one picture. It's still a part of your wedding. It's still a part of us and we still get to show that off, but I still get to maintain it being super nice and I get to make my mom happy too.
And you're okay with making that compromise to...
I'm a little disappointed, but I understand what she means. At least she's willing to compromise with me being able to wear them just for a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but at least we have the one picture. So if we're not wearing any furry stuff at the wedding, though, we could bring it to the honeymoon, and we can take all the pictures we want in furry stuff there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good compromise.
Yeah, it's something.
With the fight over, Missy and Joey can look forward to a warm and fuzzy honeymoon and living happily furry after. Back in Florida, soon-to-be married merfolk Joseph and Ariel are about to get their tails wet on their engagement photo shoot. But for Joseph, it's been a bit of a squeeze. Finally, they can take to the water. And show that being graceful merfolk isn't easy.
A lot of people think that swimming in a tail is something that's just easy and anyone can do it. Everyone can do it, but it requires practice. You have to be very confident in the water. On top of that, you also have to be competent learning a specific swimming technique called a dolphin kick, where you're kicking with both feet. But being a merman is just a blast every time I do it. It's incredible.
Professional mermaid Celeste has spent years perfecting her craft.
I can hold my breath underwater, given the perfect conditions, somewhere between 3 and 4 minutes. The average human breath hold is usually about 30 seconds. So I trained very, very, very hard to get to where I am.
I just love seeing mermaids in the water. You guys are awesome and beautiful.
Thank you. So
We're
are
all
you.
mermaids out here today.
We are all mermaids, exactly.
Warm-up done, Joseph has one final challenge. Yikes, it's another outfit change. As he slips into something special to help capture the moment.
We're really excited to be using our dolphin tails again, which are specially made. It's one of the few tails that have actually been made where there have been two that have been produced at the same time to look almost identical. So they're kind of our couple tails.
Finally, after all the preparation, it's time to dive in. But can Merman Sagittarius look handsome and hold his breath all at the same time? Happily, he soon finds his fins, and these aquatic fiancés finally get the photo shoot of their dreams.
I don't know if I could be in love with someone who is not a mermaid and not Ariel.
Sometimes you just gotta find that perfect fish in the sea, you know?
There may be many fish in the sea, but usually only one that's right.
Well, that was sweet. Oh, well, as I say that. Okay. Well, this is what happened, I guess, with the couples that were reviewed. So, let's see what happened. It looks like they broke up. Aw. Well, I mean, life goes on. If you realize that after all the stuff that you go through, real life is tough, and depending on the kind of person you are, you possibly have a harder situation that comes across, and maybe one of you guys can't handle it. Maybe a fight happens and you can't agree on something. Relationships take a lot, and you have to just be willing to, you know, try to compromise the whole time you're in them. But hopefully they find their forevers then. Aw, that sucks. What the hell? Huh. I mean, it sounded like he wasn't sure about getting married. Another thing, it could have been because the mom was making making it such a damn difficult situation that, they were just like, you know what, that's it, forget it, we're not getting married. To be honest, a lot of marriage, I swear, is like, it's like going to college. It's getting a paper that says that you're allowed to love this person because you're contractually married to them. I don't know. Marriage is a weird concept when it comes to thinking about it, like in logic. You're paying all this money out to say that you love this person. Like, really? I've heard of some people just living together and living their lives without being married, and they just marry themselves, or they go to like Vegas and get quickly married, and not have to worry about all the planning and all the stress and everything else, but you get to live your life loving the person that you're with. So it does not say that they are no longer together. It says that the wedding was canceled. So I think that's maybe what had happened. If anyone else knows more about these couples, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And I think the mom was just using the check and the money to try to control the situation because for some reason she feels like she has to make it her wedding when it wasn't. Okay, so at least there is a positive note there. Ariel and Joseph are together, and they're planning to get married in 2021. I wonder if they're married now. They want the underwater wedding of their dreams, but no alligators are invited. Huh. You know what? Let me look these guys up, see if I can find any information real quick. Okay, so I could not find anything, and AI is just giving me general. There's no actual updates, since their appearance in the 2020 Extreme Love thing. Um, yeah. So that I have no idea if they're still together 6 years later. If anyone else knows, I'd love to know. You know. I'm just curious. Let me see if there's any other information that I can find out. Okay, so I found something a few years ago on this Daily Star website that says that this real life vampire couple that went viral, um, basically, uh, they. It seems like they are not. Well, they're not together, but Lee did become a model, and or she was a model. I'm not sure if she's doing it still. Um, yeah. So her life is much different. She's no longer in a relationship. She played a vampire themed wedding ceremony. I'm no longer with that man, no longer in touch with him or any vampire community. Oh, she totally left out of it. Okay. And obviously people definitely change as time goes on. Um, and for some people, certain things are phases. For me, furry stuff is not a phase to me. I really just love the acting and stuff, behind it. Um, yeah. Yes, very much as my family. She regrets it. My family lost their minds about it, and I do not want my future marred by it anymore. Um, I don't because it's unsanitary and potentially incredibly dangerous. So yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about. It is a little bit dangerous, with the blood thing. Um, yeah, but I do it sometimes magical. Okay, so she still kind of does occult stuff a little bit, um, or like magic, kind of stuff. Huh. Okay. I still use my wardrobe to express myself. So she basically just turned semi-goth maybe, or a little emo gothic kind of look. Okay. Um Describes herself as a model, sculptor, and classic dancer, performer, and one strong woman. Okay. Nice. Yeah. So that's what happened with the girl there. Okay. That's nice. She feels stronger, more energized, and she feels more awake. Or I think that's what they were talking about in the video that you last watched. Okay, well, as long as she's happy and he's moving on with his life, I'm glad that they were able to do that. Um, yeah. So she regrets what she did, but she likes, the style and things like that, and she's moved on from vampire stuff. Okay. Good to know. Okay, and then the last thing I found, um, Ariel and Joseph are still together, according to a 2022 update. Um, okay. Huh. Very cool. Dancer, athlete, is this her? No, I think this is someone else. No. This is someone else's, with the same first name. Huh. Okay. Well, that's nice. Hmm. Yeah, I guess they still go to conventions and things like that. Okay. Huh. So yeah, based on what AI is saying, oh, they Joseph is an ICU nurse and also worked with Ariel in her mermaid business. So Ariel makes mermaid tails now. Very cool. And a post in 2020 in Reddit confirmed they actually did get married, so they were married. Okay. That's nice. Very cool. All right. Well, that was the what does a furry wedding actually look like? Great hook there, buddy. um, but Extreme Docs basically just explained what happened with these people. And then we just got a tiny bit of a look on what happened with these other guys. I didn't really find much about the dude from the vampire couple, and then I don't know anything about Missy and Joey. I don't think I saw much besides what I looked up. And then Ariel and Joseph are still together. So, very cool. All right. Well, if you enjoyed that video, boop the like subscribe button. I know we went over like 20 minutes than normal. But yeah, that was kind of cool to see. If you have anything that you'd like me to watch and react to, or care about what I have to say, then let me know in the comments. Boop the like subscribe button if you want to see more. I don't know if I said that. I have short-term memory loss. I'm literally Dory. Anyway, stay Frosty Frostpack. We'll see you in the next one. And happy Valentine's Day. I know I did the last episode, but whatever. Enjoy your Valentine's Day weekend. Hug someone you love, even if it's your sister or your mom or a best friend. Give a coworker a chocolate box. Spread the love around. Valentine's Day isn't just to show someone that you love them because they're with you. Valentine's Day is a day to show everyone that you care and that you're thinking about them. So give yourself some self-love, give your family the love that they deserve, and give your friends and your acquaintances the message or hug or treat, flower, whatever your love is. And hopefully you have a amazing Valentine's Day. See you in the next one.